Pasu. There are three central categories in the Siddhanta: Pati, Pasu and Pasa. The terminology may appear a bit basic because now when you say the Lord and the beast and the ropes, those metaphors do not play a central role in contemporary society as it used to in farming societies, where there are these domesticated animals and they are used to habits and they like to run away and they are ensnared, and there is the owner of the beast. The idea is that just like domesticated animals, we are also domesticated, controlled by our habits. And these habits are threefold. These pasas are threefold. One is the habit so deep-seated that it manifests in the form of our desire, in the form of our will. We have limited will, we have limited desire, we want to do limited things, we want to act on or know limited things. We seek pleasure on limited things, and that is the limitation in the will itself. Another is the limitation in knowledge, that our own realization of things is limited, finite. We have all the finite forms of knowledge, conditioned forms of knowledge, our society, the media, the books, the literature, the journal, everything we read give us perspectives, and our own situation is more and more conditioned by the society, by the people around us, by the media. So this is the second degree of limitation that creates our habits. And the third is our activities, our actions are determined, our jobs, our daily hobbies, and what we like to do, what we avoid doing. So these are also other factors that condition us. And in different terminology, we can find this explained as Maya, Karma, and Mala, where Mala generally is for the condition of the will as such, that you can call the conditioning in the volition, Ichha Shakti itself. And Maya is the conditioning in the level of Jnana, and the Karma, of course, is the conditioning of our activities. The individuals in the normal sense are Sakala. They have all these kalas with all three malas, or Mala and Maya and Karma, all three conditioning factors. So we in our individuated states are bound with the bondage in our willpower, bondage in our knowledge, bondage in our action. We cannot do what we want, we do not know what we should want, and we actually want not what should we be wanting. So our desire is conditioned, our knowledge is conditioned, our actions are conditioned, and we live in this completely conditioned world, suffering due to our own habits. So Vijnana Kala would be the very individual who has freed from the karmic conditioning, who has also freed himself from the conditioning in the knowledge, but yet to have a total removal of Mala, or the conditioning that keeps one separated from Shiva, because there is still desire to be a person, to save our individuation. So Vijnana Kalas only have the individuation, but the rest of the malas are gone, mala and its products are gone, and therefore they recognize themselves in the Shiva nature, but then they are also separate, they are in the Veda Abheda state there. As far as the Pralaya Kalas are concerned, they also have conditioning in knowledge, but they do not have to go through all the horrible karmic cycles. Therefore, they are Pralaya Kala. At least they are liberated for this cycle of creation, so they can wait in the limbo, and if they are fortunate, then Shaktipata will liberate them from that state to go and source in the higher planes, or otherwise they will be bouncing back to the Sakala state. Overall, our Pasu nature, our animal nature, is about Pasha. Pasha is bondage, and Pasu is one who is bound with the snares, Pasha, and Pati is the one who is liberated from these snaring factors, ropes that tie us and binds us. What is it? Our own habits, our own conditioning about ourselves and the others, our own conditioning in knowledge, our own conditioning in what we desire, and our own conditioning in what we ought to act on. All our actions are determined by our habits and vice versa. And this is what helps to continue this circular co-creation of Pasha and Pasu, the conditioning factors that make us conditioned being.
For more free teachings from Acharya Sthaneshwar, visit www.vimashafoundation.org.